going, guys? John, the basic expert here, and I thought it would be fun to make a video where we go through the solo adventure in the core rulebooks here. I have the PDF up here. I have a little camera here so you can see the dice that I roll and know that I'm not cheating. And we will go through and try to do the solo adventure. I think this is something that's missing out of a lot of games. Solo adventures, I think, are really good like this to teach players and game masters how the game runs, how the game plays, and kind of what to expect at the table and how to play. It's a good example of play that is an interactive aspect of the learning process, and I think that that is cool. More games should have that, though I get that it's kind of hard to construct these things. It takes some skill. And it's hard because it ends up becoming simply a choose your own adventure. You naturally have to narrow player choice beyond what you would be able to do at the table. But it still gets players to know like when to roll certain dice and when to do XYZ. So let's do that here. And we are going to be playing as the provided character, Roark Garnet, who is a smuggler. I'll have his character template up here on the screen so that you can see it. This character is a smuggler. It's the sample character that is provided at the beginning of the book, and I think it's cool that they use him, and we're going to use him for this solo solitaire adventure. So let's read this little intro text here, and then we'll start on number 1 here. So, New Backstreet rotates rapidly. The sun and 7 moons move at visible speed across its purplish sky. The sun sets slowly behind the Regina Cayley, an M-class Imperial attack transport, which casts its long shadow across New Backstreet's twisted vegetation. You study it from your hiding place, a dozen meters distance, shivering slightly in the chill air. The landing ramp is open, and for the moment, unguarded. You bolt from cover, run across the clearing, dash up the ramp, and into the darkened cargo bay. So, we're going to go through this again using Roark Garnet and see what happens. So, once inside, you look for a security console where you are keeping your where are they keeping you, old buddy? Without the R2, you'll have to bypass security on your own. You lean over the console, study it, chew your nails, and punch in a few keys in rapid succession. So we're trying to rescue our buddy here that has apparently been captured by Imperials. You are using your security skill. You did not allocate any extra dice to security, so your security code is still 2D plus 2, the same as your technical attribute. See the sample character sheet on page 8. Blah, 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 blah. So roll 2 dice, see how well you do. So let's roll 2D plus 2, and see what we get. 4. So if your die roll is 4 or less, go to 3. If your die roll is 5 or more, go to 2. So we go to 3. Eat. Looks like we got an alarm. You got the location and the security code, Infirmary Command Deck, room B12, but you triggered a computer security alarm. The ship's plan shows a grav tube up the command deck. Time to get moving. Write down alarm triggered and go to 4. So we have alarm triggered. Write that down. We'll just remember it. Let's go to 4. Across the corridor is the grav tube. To the command deck, you hear approaching footsteps, but no one is in sight. Should you stay hidden or dash for the grav tube and hope you aren't seen? I think time is of the essence, so let's dash towards the grav tube. So let's go to 5. You run for it. You're trying to dodge out of sight before they see you. So use your dodge skill, 4D plus 1. Roll 4 dice. Add 1 to the number rolled. The difficulty number is 10. So 4 dice. Add 1 to the roll. And let's see if we can beat a roll or a target number of 10. We got to get 10 or higher. Oh, looks like we did it, right? So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. So we go to, if our score is 10 or higher, you made it across the grav tube before anyone appears. You skid in the grav tube, twist the microgravity control, and sigh with relief as the blast door closes. And you begin to float gently upward. Go to 7. You float upwards to a blast door. Imperial graphics indicate it's the command deck. You twist the grav tube control to neutral. The blast doors open. Beyond them, a corridor leads right and left. The infirmary should be to the right. Across the corridor are open blast doors leading to a darkened room. If you've written alarm triggered or intruder reported, go to 14. So we gotta go to 14. You hear troopers approaching from the right and left. If you run across the hall and hide in the darkened room, go to 17. If you wait in the grav tube to ambush the troopers, go to 18. I don't know. I think we might have a better chance of going in the darkened room if we set off an alarm on that lower level. It's safe to say that the stormtroopers probably know that that's where the alarm is triggered, so they might try and go down the grav tube themselves. So I say we go and try and hide in the darkened room. So let's go to 17. You lean against the bulkhead in the dark, clasping the blaster two-handed and trying to control your breathing. In the brightly lit corridor outside, 2 stormtroopers pause before the door. They peer in, then one gestures the other inside. "Check this room," a voice rasps, and set to stun. The commander wants this one for questioning. The trooper continues down the corridor. The other steps cautiously into the dark room. If you hide and observe, go to 19. If you shoot the searching trooper once he's inside the darkened room, you go to 20. I don't know. Let's think about this. So, blaster's probably going to make a noise. I don't know how far away the other trooper is going to be. So, screw it. Let's shoot this stormtrooper. We have an opportunity to shoot something, so let's shoot something. Why not? So let's shoot the searching trooper once he's inside the darkened room, so we go to 20. At close range, this is an easy shot. The difficulty number is 10. Your blaster skill is 5d plus 1. Roll 5 dice and add 1 to the total. So let's get our dice out. We roll 5 dice, add 1 to the total. So we got 10, 12, 15, 21, 22 total. So if the total is 10 or more, the trooper is hit and stunned. You swiftly subdue and strip him, then don his armor, grabbing the blaster rifle. You step out of the darkened room, now to all appearances a loyal servant of the Emperor, and march off towards the infirmary. Go to 16. Alright, where's 16? You peer around a corner. Down a long corridor, you see a single trooper standing outside the infirmary door. Tough shot from here. If you test your marksmanship with your long-range shot, go to 38. If you try to bluff your way up to the trooper for a sure shot, go to 39. So we're dressed as a trooper. I think we could just walk up to him. So let's go to 39. If you're wearing trooper armor, go to 43. So we are wearing trooper armor. Let's go to 43. You walk right up to the unsuspecting trooper, salute, and zap the fellow, who obligingly slumps to the floor, unconscious. Go to 42. You go to the infirmary door, punch the security code, and drag the trooper inside. Or troopers. Hawk lies, oh, my buddy Hawk, I found him, lies on a pallet, tended by a medical droid, one leg enveloped in a healing sheath. "Hi, old buddy. Nice place you got here," you say as you scan the infirmary. "Sorry, we gotta check out. Got any luggage?" Hawk smiles grimly. "With a bum leg, fancy athletics are out of the question. No problem, old buddy. I'll just carry you." "Roark, this is not a good plan. Everybody's a critic. Let's move, huh?" You heave your friend over your shoulder and tromp out of the infirmary. Go to 26. So let's go to number 26. Oh, I passed it because I don't know how to count. 26. Okay, out the front door. You got a better idea? They'll steal the exits when they find I'm gone. What? You expect me to claw my way through the hole or something? No, but it's not much to ask that you think, is it? Nice talk from a rescued guy being carried by his heroic buddy. If you try to leave the way you entered via the grav tube to the dark transport deck, go to 30. If you try to find another exit, go to 29. My assumption is that the alarm is triggered. They're swarming down by that security console, so we should probably find another way to go. So let's go to 29. Well, is there any way out of this ship that the Imperials would never suspect we'd try? Fired by our torpedo port? Bad idea. You try to think of a feature of M-class ships that would allow you to escape. Your technology skill code is 2D plus 1. The difficulty number is 10. Roll 2 dice and add 1 to the total. So, let's see if we can do this. We'll roll 2 dice, 2D plus 1, and try and roll 10 or more. Let's see if we can do this. Not very good for 4. If the score is 9 or less, the best idea you come up with is to go out the way you came, through the grav tube and out the boarding ramp. Go to 30. So, can't think of another way. Let's go to 30. You leave the infirmary, sneak back to the grav tube, and make it to the transport deck without encountering any troopers. Go to 31. 2 land speeders sit near the open cargo ramp. You pile into one and leave the other one alone. Go to 35. You take the time to disable the other land speeder before you leave. Go to 36. You know, we could try and disable it, but that will take time. We'll probably get caught. If we try and go, they don't know we're gone quite yet. They might not notice that one speeder is gone. So let's just go to 35. Let's just get on the speeder and get out of here. The moment you get onto the land speeder and fire up an alarm sounds, you zoom out of the cargo ramp just as it closes. Go to 41. All right. In moments, the other speeder, packed with stormtroopers, is hot on your tail. You're gaining slowly on your overloaded pursuers, but one blaster shot could put you out of business. Hawk leans over the rear widescreen with a blaster. Hold it steady for a second. Give me a shot at their driver. Your repulsor lift operation skill code is 3D plus 2. The difficulty number for this maneuver is 10. Roll 3 dice and add 2 to the total. If your total is 10 or more, the difficulty number for Hawk's shot is 15 because you held the speeder steady. If you rolled 9 or less, Hawk curses your driving skills and does his best with a difficulty of 20. So let's roll 3D and we'll add 2. So we got, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hawk is good with a blaster. This is a tough shot. His blaster skill's 40 plus 1. So we rolled a 10. We rolled over the 10. So if the roll is greater than the difficulty number, okay, well, we still got to roll for Hawk. Let's roll for Hawk for both. So we got 40 plus 1, and Hawk's shot is 15. So let's see if Hawk shoots these pursuing troopers. Let's see. So 10. Ooh, no, that's not it. 11. 11, 14, 15, I think. We just barely did the shot. So Hawk zaps the driver of the pursuing speeder. It noses into the turf, cartwheels a couple of times, and begins to tear through the brush as you zoom out of range of the spectacle. Go to 46. Nice work, Ace. My mom always said the driver education course would come in handy. Hawk and you are free of the Imperials for the moment, but now you have to deal with the problem of disabled Dorian Discus. The Imperials will be waiting for you if you go back there, but you haven't got any other way off planet. Say, Rourke, my man, you ever flown an Imperial transport? Bad idea. Yeah, let's do it. Don't fret, we'll surely get off this planet somehow, but it's time for you to go get back to reading the rules, blah, 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 blah. So, hopefully that is a way for you to see, I think, in rather easy terms, how this game is played. Very simple, and I think it does a good job of being a good story-driven sort of narrative kind of game, and I rather like that. So I think it's cool that this is here. Hopefully you can kind of see how the skills play out, how the rolls are made, and how target numbers are used. So hopefully this game over here makes a little bit more sense as I've tried to explain how combat and how play is done. I think in the next video on this series, we're going to talk about starship combat and how starships work. Should be a really relatively easy video to make and to explain, but I look forward to that. If you want to support what I'm doing, check out my links in my video description here. There should be some links to like my Linktree stuff where you can find some of the games I've made myself. If you want to support the channel, you can support on Subscribestar or Guilded or right here on YouTube. However you do it, thank you if you do. And for those that do that, thank you as well. It means a heck of a lot to me that you guys believe in what I'm trying to do here on this channel, talking about games like this that are awesome, older, and need a spotlight as well. Like, they're not necessarily 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and so but they're good games nonetheless, and are something that people should know something about. So, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.